It's con season. Make sure you come and see us at Dragon Con, Scoop Fest, and TwitchCon. Google them. Find out more about that on google.com. This opening song is brought to you by Stephen Cogswell. It's called Boop Her Gently. Get it at awtfy.com. That's awtfy.com/boop.
I would like to now sing a song.
You don't always have to fuck around. In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Sometimes you got to make some love. Get bent. Really give her some smooches too.
Oh, yes, hells yes, motherfucker, hells yes. It's Tuesday night, and you know that it means that it's got to be go time for the show dedicated to social engineering at the fuck you. I'm Brian Brushwood. It's Justin Robert Young. We're live. We're on the air. It's Tuesday night, and this Cogswell jam set me on. I went into a death spiral, and I just kept clicking on all of the old stuff, and I kept not remembering having said any of this stuff, and I get the increasing sense that we desperately need Cogswell to release a Night Attack music album, like just straight up of all of his stuff. I understand some of this has got to be like copyrighted and we can't do that stuff, but holy shit, there's so much good stuff, Justin. It's just a joy. Do you realize he's been doing this for 3 years now?
I do. He is a genius, and the best part about either Brian or I remembering anything from the previous week is that it is an increasingly an exponential effect the further you go back. Like, it's not like you remember more of 2 weeks ago, let alone 2 months ago, let alone 2 years ago. You're like, what is this entirely new show we can listen to now?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I went all the way back to the beginning, and I guess the first Cogswell, I'm sure he did previous stuff, but that Ice Cold Open that he did, where he took me sloppily talking about getting ready for the holiday season and made it, cleaned it up, and then pitch shifted everything. It's freaking great. Cogswell's the best. Awtfy, awtfy.com/night attack. That's what you want to do. Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
I am a bad person.
Okay.
No, you're not. No, scratch it.
Yeah, no?
Move on to the
Hesitant
next
about
bit.
this introduction.
I know.
Okay, all right, fine. Like short, I'll give the very, very short version. Is I was in the middle of explaining some the shit about my brother to my best friend from high school on the phone, right? And I thought somebody had a dog off of a leash, and I, annoyingly on the phone be like, friggin' dogs on leashes. I've got my dog. My dog loves to pick fights. Why can't people keep their dogs on leashes? Because it's not for their dogs, it's just for my dogs. And, I'm having a genuine fight or flight moment, because Kepler will fight with another dog, so I'm trying to run away and all that stuff. And then in the middle...
Kepler, who is, yes, very boring,
No.
is also very feisty.
Turns out to be not boring. We were afraid he was going to be boring. Turns out highly interesting to a fault.
Yeah.
But at any rate, dude shows up with his dog, and he rightly was like, oh, I'm here to show you that my dog is on a leash because I heard you saying to your friend on the phone that my dog wasn't on a leash, but I'm there. And then meanwhile, like I just turned around and I'm like, I just fucking ran away from you two, and I very quickly in state, wound tight, start shouting at the dude, like, what are you doing? Go away. Like, walk away. And then this guy, in realizing what I'm doing in the moment, I immediately shout, my brother's in a coma. I'm in a very, very delicate state. Please go away.
Out on the street?
Yes. No, on the trail, I shout these words. And then the dude, like, very quickly realizing he stepped into something bigger than that's not about his dog, he does the kind thing, says, I am so sorry, my condolences. And me, still being in state, still terrified that my dog is about to start attacking his dog, shout, just go away. Why are you still here? and then the guy was like, I'm just trying to. And I'm like, shut up, stop talking. Meanwhile, my best friend from high school listening to all of us on the phone, I hear him.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you had not hung up the phone
No.
while you're having a meltdown with your neighbor on a dog trail.
Yes, and I begin to hear, because my friend appreciates those bizarre moments of life that happens, I begin to hear him begin to cackle in my ear at what is happening, because clearly Brian is having a meltdown and about to get in a fist fight. Like, at some point, I don't remember how we got there, but at some point I said, are we doing this? Do you want to do this? and like,
I take it back. This is weird. This is a weird story.
This is Brian has never, except for when I got punched in the face at a concert.
At a concert, yeah, the Beastie Boys conference.
That was like
The conference.
The Beastie Boys.
BeastCon 2003.
Oh my God, those presenters, it's great. The complimentary pens to die for. They had a little massage station in the lobby. The Beastie Boys conference. What an amazing. Well, my favorite panel at the Beastie Boys conference was Don't You Tell Me to Stop, or Should I?
My favorite was the panel on We've Earned the Right to Party. Are we using it correctly?
Yes.
Congrats, we won. Now what?
Yeah, licenses to ill here and abroad.
So I could, and this poor gentleman with this dog, like, I am just terrified that our dogs are about to fight, and I'm caught in the middle of it, and of course I'm in the middle of in-state of explaining all the medical drama of my brother, so I'm just shouting, like, and I keep saying, like, please, just go away, and then he, being a good person, is trying to just say, like, hey man, my condolences, and my response is like, you're still talking, you're still here, why are you not walking away, please walk away, and then eventually he does, and I felt like a terrible person, and I came home and I told Bonnie, I was like, Bonnie,
no.
Oh, that's not.
No. Brian rolls in, right? So he doesn't. He first I get all the kids tucked in. They have their first day of school, right?
The kids are having their first day of school.
And I hear him blah 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 talking on the phone. I hear the door open, blah 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 blah, and he opens the door and he closes the door, and then he comes in, blah 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 blah. And he goes, Bonnie, I got Gordon here, and then I'm going to. What were you saying to me?
I walked. I walked in. Fine. Gordon's my best friend from high school. I walk in. I'm like,
nailed it.
I have him on speakerphone.
He goes,
I'm like,
Bonnie, I got him on speaker.
I'm like, hey, I have Gordon on speakerphone. Hey, Gordon, Bonnie is in the bathtub right now. Can you explain to her what just happened? and then both.
Right, pause it right there. Because finally we've come to a part of the story that I feel comfortable making jokes about. So, Bonnie.
Yes.
How, in that moment, on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you to hear this story from Gordon while, I presume, naked in the bathtub? You pick a bath in a bathing suit or something.
Definitely naked in the bathtub. And I was like, oh man, you can't walk into a bathtub room without everybody knowing you're in the bathtub room, because you hear the echoing and the water sounds.
Yeah,
and stuff.
sure.
And I was very quietly trying to massage my face soap, and like I was like, don't get it.
You're like, maybe I could get away with farting in class and nobody will know it's me.
I know. I was just like, oh my God. And then Bryce was like this, and I was just like, oh my God. But like, I realized later on we had traveled together on CJ's show. So like, while
oh sure,
it wasn't as weird as it had been anybody else, I think, because like once you like all share a hotel room together, it's just kind of like, yeah, of course Gordon's on the phone.
Bonnie, our first sexual experience happened in the bathroom while Gordon was sleeping outside in the hotel room. That's a real thing. So in many ways, I was just bringing things full circle.
So do you just, Brian, in your head, do you just assume that Gordon is privy to a level of intimacy between you and Bonnie that you wouldn't otherwise?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Like, Bonnie, when we fuck in a bathroom next to somebody, we owe them a certain level of honesty. We will forever be paying this debt. The bathroom fuck debt.
He did us the courtesy of pretending to be asleep the entire time, and as a result, he gets to be brought in for gossip talk. Especially
While you're
when
naked in the bathtub specifically. Look it up. I didn't write the law.
So I go in and I loop in Bonnie because, like, I don't even know. I'm like, what just happened? Like, clearly I had misplaced anxiety, although also properly placed anxiety because I swear to God, my dog does not get along with other dogs.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was just like, it was like double snap. It was like I was already in state, and then I just snapped at this guy. And meanwhile, I'm like, Gordon, you were there. Explain it to Bonnie, who's naked in this bathtub. And then Gordon's like, yeah, I'm not real sure what I just heard, but it sounded like Brian lost his shit on just a random person, and it sounded very real, and I realized that he wasn't doing a bit like halfway through it. Anyway, we wrapped up the phone call, and I realized that, okay, I have definitely wronged another person. I was unkind to a neighbor, and I don't know who that neighbor's name is. Now, I have two paths. I can keep quiet and hopefully never run into that person again, who I definitely wronged, who has tried to be kind to me, who I just kept
You
shouting.
would hope that you'd never run into him again, or you would hope to run into him again so you could apologize to him to his face?
Both sound equally painful. The waiting for the one and the doing the other. Either way, I could spend.
I mean, the good news is if you did run into him, you'd have to be doing the other one the entire time previous,
Well,
right?
here's what I don't want at this point is hanging over my head any amount of fear as I walk about and some kind of gossip culture happens, right? Because I'm increasingly terrified. There was a time that it used to be I would go out and somebody would say, "Oh, you're Brian Brushwood," and I thought, "Oh, how cool! Somebody recognized me." Now I go out and they're like, "You're that guy from Scam School," and my immediate thought is, "Fuck, I've been made." And so in my own neighborhood, I was legitimately a douchebag. I was legitimately 100% in the wrong. I was legitimately the bad guy. What I don't want is that hanging over me. So what do you think the best way? Just clear the air would be.
Somebody already got it.
Somebody already got it? What?
Well,
you
yeah.
did post
I mean, I
about
think
it.
you
You
also
made a post.
tweeted about it, so people might know. But
yes. I posted on Nextdoor a general apology to everybody. Not knowing who the aggrieved party is, I still wait to find out who it is so I can look them in the eye and say, "Hey, you were trying to be kind to me, and I was a real asshat to you."
So this was like a day ago. Have you checked back lately on the post?
So here's the thing: is I wrote it, and it got no response, and it's legit like 2 pages long, saying,
Yikes.
Hey, something happened. I responded poorly. It had nothing to do with you. I was 100% in the wrong. You were 100% in the right. I was not a good neighbor. I will aspire to be better. I recognize that this is, just know that I'm in a place of deep pain right now, and this is why this happened.
No. I read it. It's very open. It's very honest. It is very apologetic. It in no way deflects anything responsibility. It lays everything at Brian's feet. It is responsible. It is an extraordinary for a moment of emotional instability. It is the candor that I think you would be proud of yourself for displaying.
Sure. So I post it, and then I find myself in the weird, like, I know this routine when I post something heartfelt on Twitter. The routine is you post it, and then you wait to see the responses, and you respond to the responses, and you see how many people like it, and how many retweet it, and how many give it hearts, and all that shit. Instead, just dead silence.
Well, you did
Fucking
post it
crickets.
at night. Everybody's sleeping.
Okay, I did. I posted it at night, and everybody was sleeping, and then like an hour later, one person gave it a heart or whatever, and then I go to bed. And
You're
I'm
not
like,
very popular on Nextdoor.
good. So I'm like, okay, I have done my duty. I have felt genuine regret and apology in my heart. I have put it out to the universe. Hopefully I'll be able to connect with this person and apologize for being rude when he was kind in this moment. And then I go to bed, and then I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, oh, hey, well, what's going on in my life? Oh, that's right. I was a super asshole to somebody in the neighborhood last night. I was like, okay, well, oh, but I wrote that apology, so I guess we're all good. Well, let me just open up the old Gmail, and it says, best of Nextdoor, top posts on Nextdoor, from Brian Brushwood. I was a bad neighbor today. I apologize. So I guess, I don't know, people are reading it, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. You want good news? Can I tell you a good story?
I do, yeah.
I went and visited Jay, and as we've said on the show, no news is no news. We have no idea if Jay is going to survive this ordeal. We have no idea if he's getting better or staying the same or getting worse. But I do know that it's been 3 weeks since I had anything that felt like a conscious conversation with my brother. And today I showed up, and it's a 5.5 hour ordeal to go up there and come back. But I went in, and he was conscious, and he can't move his body right just yet. But looking into his eye, I felt like, oh shit, Jay's there. And I told him, you know, cause you got to say something, you know, it's like, what do you do? And so I was like, hey, so here's a funny story. We were trying to figure out how to tell everyone about what you're going through. And I told him about the pre-show and about Bonnie suggesting that we give out an address for people to send stuff, and about how I thought that, you know, wouldn't be a good idea because we're just going to end up with 500, you know, someone's going to think, oh, Jay's a hammy guy, let's send hams. And then suddenly there'll be 500 hams. And then I got to the part of the story where I said, I swear to God, Jay, halfway through the show, Bonnie admonished me saying, Brian, that's not going to happen. Shame on you for shutting down my idea. And halfway through the show, somebody in the chat said, you know, when I have a hard time, I usually send a Christmas ham. And when I got to that part of the story, all of the fucking medical alarms went off because Jay was laughing and putting him in legitimate respiratory distress. So while he can't yet talk or move his hands or do any of this shit, like in that moment, I felt like I was like, so anyway, there's a hashtag hams for Jay. You're going to see a lot of these. And This is the backstory of while it happened. But in that moment, it was the most wonderful gift because I felt like, oh fuck, he's definitely there. It's going to be a long road, but maybe there's hope. But also, that's not news. Please don't take this as news. Nothing is okay. Everything's fucked. We're very, very scared. But in that one moment, I felt a connection, not just between me and Jay, but between the community and Jay, and it felt very, very precious to me. Here's hoping there's another update that's positive to tell next
Here's
week.
all we know is that obviously it was a very cathartic episode last week, a very serious episode, and a lot of it was you and the community kind of both the community learning and you working through a lot of stuff. And in that confluence, hashtag hams for Jay was born, and it today made Jay laugh. Literally probably gave Jay his first moment of unexpected joy.
Oh, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Like mom took me aside and be like, well, you know, he's not done that before. He's not laughed, you know. It was really, really precious in the moment. It was really, really special. And I was really thankful that all of you guys were part of it.
So Jay almost died laughing.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, hey, Jay has never lived more than he has in the past 3 weeks laughing.
Yes.
As well. So, look, this is all to say thank you. I mean, all throughout this week, I know that, you know, there was a lot of, you know, trying to figure out from you guys on the Brushwood side how, you know, talking about it publicly was going to go. And I can just, you know, I think it's safe to say this: if we made the thing that this community has always made, something on the internet, usually on Twitter, and it was more effective than I think you could ever know, because a moment like that is just. When you called me today, it was probably the first time that I have talked to you as this has gone on, where there was like just a shining spire of light from a dark, storm cloud. It was amazing. So thank you to everybody. Hashtag hams for Jay. It is love, it is life, and you guys made something truly. I don't think that you can really put into words how special a moment like that is.
Well, and also I have evolved my position. My fear was that I would feel obligated with a bunch of tweets and comments or whatever. And I know a lot of people were holding back, but it felt really, really good to get the wishes and seeing all those hashtags. I mean, if you want to post something silly that I'll automatically almost universally favorite, then use hashtag hams for Jay. And knowing, like, it was one of those things that I confessed as soon, like, oh, good. Jay's conscious again for the first time in 3 weeks, and I get to tell him, let me offload all of the things that I wish I had said. I insisted on showing him the theme song to Cupcake and Dino so it could be stuck in his head too. Because I couldn't handle the thought that Jay might die without us having experienced any of Cupcake and Dino together. So I'm like, hey man, so anyway, there's a show. You want to watch 2 minutes of it? The theme song's real infectious. It'll get stuck in your head. And then Jay's response was he was able to raise his eyebrows like, I guess.
I'm here, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and write the dialogue for Jay of like, I'm not going anywhere.
At any rate, today was really special, and it was a beautiful, wonderful ray of hope. And it doesn't mean that everything's fine. It doesn't mean that we're out of the woods. But I know that in that moment, I felt connected to Jay, and it was because of you guys. Beautiful, beautiful Chat Realm Diamond Club, and I can't thank you guys enough for that.
No, 150%. Hey, folks, if you want to keep this show going, what do you say that you head on over to a fun little site I like to call Patreon?
Wait,
Patreon.com/Night Attack to be specific. Did you have a question there, Brian?
Well, I mean, just Patreon is the first time hearing of this. I'm sorry. Is this it's a weird word. I don't know what it means.
Patreon was first invented in 1842.
Yeah.
As a way for which to Patreon is a Latin root on to throw a heavy metal coin at a lutist.
Sorry, not a flautist or a lute player, but a lutist. This is that you would go to a lutist colony, which I believe the 7 acres we just bought used to be a lutist colony as well.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. You could just see all those rods laying around from that used to be for all the lutists. But yeah, no. So
they're all playing green sleeves. They're all like a beautiful shepherdess, as sweet as May, though our love is beyond all measure.
Yeah. So then right there, you were really feeling it. You would take your heaviest metal coin and, as your greatest sign of respect, discus that right into their forehead.
You would spin around thrice and then just fling it, hoping.
Yeah, right in there. And
it was called granting a crown, if I remember correctly. Like, oh, quite good. I shall grant him a crown. Spin around 3 times like your Wonder Woman.
To grant the Latin eon and crown the Latin pat. So hence we get Patreon, or Patreon as we refer to it in the English vernacular. Patreon.com/Night Attack is where you can support this show by going over there and kicking us in a little bit of money.
Hells yeah.
And, yeah,
you know what happens if you do that? We pick a random name of somebody who's a new pledger or somebody who has raised their pledge, and we do a little thing that we like to call the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
It's an hour of it. Hey man, I'm convinced this is not a real name. I'm convinced that this is an alias. I just don't know.
Do cock it. Sorry.
I just don't know whether it is an alien pretending to be a human or an altered human or perhaps a mutant. But the one thing I do know is that whatever this person is, this is his normal alias name, and that secretly he's a superhero. So let me say thank you for your service, Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly.
Yo, I like that time that you stopped that crime, man. And then you busted out rhymes where you were stopping crime. You're the world's only rapping superhero. Oh, Kevin Kelly, I love what you did.
Kevin Kelly.
You're not gonna pick that up? Because
I thought it was the name chant corner hour, so we were just gonna chant that we were gonna find a way to come back. Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, that's what all the criminals say when they're sitting there with their 6-shooters and saying, "Hey, lady, give me your bag." Oh shit, who's that in the shadows? It's
me,
Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's in the scene now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, it's me.
Kevin Kelly, why do you? Well, I guess we know you're a lizard now. Kevin Kelly, why? How did you get your lizard powers?
Well, I got bitten by a radioactive lizard.
Kevin Kelly.
little derivative, don't you think, Kevin Kelly?
Sorry, I was just smelling you.
Kevin Kelly.
Hey, wait, and you must make a lot of money as a superhero, which is why you're able to fund independent podcasts like Night Attack, right?
Of course, but superhero work is very lucrative. I get paid in flies.
And then you go down to the fly market and you sell the flies like old aluminum cans.
That's right.
And then you are able to give us some money every month.
I give you some money every month. I go and I take the coins and I take them to the bank and I turn them into my electronic bank.
How much time does all this take?
Another flies like aluminum cans. Kevin Kelly is a lizard man.
It takes quite a while, but I want to make sure I have it on the online payment. They don't let you send in cash.
Do you listen to our podcast while you fight crime?
Oh no! Oh gosh, no! That's unprofessional.
Use two-factor authentication on your PayPal. Kevin Kelly is your lizard pal.
You rhyme pal with pal.
Well, actually, Brian, he rhymed PayPal with pal.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Wait, you are a rapper on the side.
Thank you, Kevin.
The hard punch out. The hard Bryce, like, I see where this is going. Bloop. Thank you very much, Kevin Kelly.
Thank you, Kevin.
So Callie was telling stories.
Kevin Callie?
Nope, no, Kevin.
Oh.
Callie.
Oh, Callie.
Was telling stories. Our 5-year-old.
Kelly's not a lizard.
So, all right, you tell this story, but in the voice of Renaigu. And go.
Renaigu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, this is where
Or
we shout out all of our
W. Scott is
Twitch
one.
people
That's
who
fine.
are
That's
subscribing. W. Scott is one is not one of them. He's the person who recommended Bonnie tells this story.
This is
The
my
story of the-
voice.
of-
The
of the
story
rather
that came
grumpy night
as
owl.
told to me by a 5-year-old. I can't see behind me.
Or Curtis LaRock. You
Yeah,
have
Curtis
the ability to turn around.
Curtis Storlot.
Yes. Curl Metrokiko.
Yes, and she said, "I have superpowers."
Like, whoa.
I like G-Rec 09 or Zeus and Hera.
That's right.
Because she was bitten by a radioactive rabbit.
Or as they called it on the prairie, a babcat.
That's right. So Sashby2 said what?
Said, "Wait, how did that rabbit get radioactive?"
I believe it was Chimera 96 that made it radioactive. Him and Captain Zoid Merica working together, trying to get another member of their team.
Right, and they were both in. So she was already radioactive, and then the rabbit bit her and was radioactive.
Who was named Thrumwall, or in the ancient Greek, Shawnai.
That's correct. That's correct.
And so then she fights crime. She and the rabbit. And I don't really know what she does because
She runs really fast and she
I
eats
don't
her
know.
own shit.
Seems kind of derivative.
Yeah, Josh CBC, thank you very much. Thank you, Josh CBC.
Hey, by the way,
Bit
look,
Boss.
Twitch. If you're Prime, an Amazon Prime subscriber, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and this is your favorite podcast. You really like this podcast. You want to support us, but you ain't got any more coin in your coin purse because that's how everybody carries money these days.
Yeah.
Then understand you got $5 to give us every single month by just going over to your Amazon Prime, linking that up with a Twitch account, and subscribing to our channel. Just go to Twitch Prime or just Google Twitch Prime. You'll figure it out. Come on over to our channel, Night Attack, twitch.tv/Night Attack, and you can subscribe.
Yeah. We got a game?
We do. Hi.
Yeah.
So we got a game here from, I want to make sure I get this right, Jason G, a.k.a. Husky Caucasian. He writes, baseball and politics have a long history of funny-sounding names. So the idea here is that Brian and Justin will need to guess if the name that I give you is an American baseball player or an American politician.
Okay. All right. Time out. Quick side jag.
Okay.
This is the equivalent of saying magicians who love the movie Akira may notice that magic moves and Akira characters have similar sounding names.
No, this is the game that Brian wishes to play is PC Mag columnist from the 90s or a guy who lives on Brian's block.
Which, as we've already established, I can't name too many names. That's why I have to publicly apologize on Nextdoor and then find out I'm the most popular post the next day.
But no, I think this one is fairly, if I don't win this one, it's a real embarrassment.
Yeah.
In fact, if I don't win this, everybody for the rest of the week should go to my Twitter account, @JustinRYoung, and to every tweet I make say, sure, embarrassment. Why don't you go embarrass yourself some more?
Oh, man.
Only for the term
Called
of
shot.
1 week. though.
Called shot.
All right, so this is a game that I've called Stealing Bases or Stealing the Country.
Who's that swinging down by his tongue? Kevin Kelly. He's here to throw out the opening pitch.
Yeah.
And run for Senate.
Thanks, you all. I was just fighting some crime and decided to throw a baseball.
Okay.
Did I mention I was bitten by a radioactive lizard?
I do remember that. All right, so
Also, I used to be voiced by a different actor.
Yeah, a
but,
different person
he
left.
wasn't union, it turned out.
they recast him for something else. It's weird to watch it if you're binging. All right, so we're going to start with Brian on this
I'm a
one.
little bit like the guy that took over for Rhodey on Iron Man. I'm the better Rhodey.
Don Cheadle?
Yes, that's my name. Kevin
Yeah,
Kelly.
That's great Don Cheadle impression.
Hollywood show up
with
in
a British accent
Civil
for Ocean's
War.
11.
All right, Brian, we're going to start with you.
He be recasted.
All right, Brian, we're going to start with you.
Yes.
I want you to tell me about Daniel Akaka.
Daniel Akaka. He is the city councilman from the Big Island of Hawaii.
Okay. You're saying he's a councilman.
So you say he's a
politician.
politician, is what you're saying. You don't think he's a pitcher, he's not a catcher, he's not in the outfield, he's not in the infield, he's not in the bullpen. He's a politician.
Yeah. Also doesn't do steroids.
Was that in question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Say
mean,
it
no.
ain't so, Akaka. Say it ain't so.
Justin, do you how do we play this? Okay, we'll go back and forth. We have enough here that you guys can each get your own.
Here's the way we do it as I toss the ball over to him.
right.
Ball's in your court. That's right. There's courts
doing
in
that at
baseball.
Okay.
It's me, Kevin Kelly. I was bitten
Oh,
by
I
a
hadn't
radioactive
noticed. Kevin
lizard.
Kelly. Wow. Holy shit, you guys. Kevin Kelly's here.
Mind if I throw this baseball at you?
At me? Please don't.
No, you just revealed that it's the loot hoarder thing.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I guess I'll be gone now.
Okay, goodbye. Whatever your name was.
Maybe there's another copy of me in the deck.
Hopefully not. All right. Brian, you're it.
Just kidding. I'm back. 3 actors for Kevin Kelly.
I'm the James Bond of Marvel rejects. Every few minutes, somebody else plays me. And it's a big...
me, Kevin Kelly. There's literally nothing redeeming about this character or impression.
Did you ever see that
hero?
Did you ever see that Doctor Who where all the doctors joined each other at the same time?
No.
This is not that interesting. We're Kevin Kelly.
Brian, your answer, politician, is play.
Don't worry.
Correct. And you actually got it right. He's the state senator from Hawaii.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey! Huzzah!
What the heck?
Yeah. What the
So
heck?
therefore, we'll play the presidential theme.
Look.
Hail to the Jeep.
Wait
Yeah,
a
that
minute.
works.
Whoa. I got so distracted with all this Kevin Kelly frivolity that I didn't realize that you pulled a fucking fast one on me. Are you some secret white men no politics hustler?
Wait, is this the?
I literally put on the line the fact that I am giving approval for all of our audience that last week created a precious moment between you and your infirm brother to now use all their powers for evil to tell me I'm an embarrassment for one solid week. And you fucking on the first one nailed that he was not only a politician, but he was also from the island of Hawaii. What the fuck, Brian?
I mean, I don't know. I just, maybe, I did get bit by a radioactive lizard.
No, not
No. Justin, we're going to go with you.
Goddamn right.
Justin, can you tell me about hairy balls? Hairy balls.
That would be a bit on the nose.
On the noose?
On the news. On the news.
Ooh,
Oh,
yikes.
jeez. That would be a bit on the nose if you were a ball player, a baseball player.
I believe that Harry Balls is a politician.
Justin, your answer. Politician is correct.
Oh.
In the state of Indiana, Harry William Balls.
Yeah.
See, well, look at that. Look at the face. That's a face of balls right there. That's a
ball.
balls, man.
That's a balls
You know,
face.
I mean, you said his slogan was "Be a baller."
A baller?
Yeah.
All in. He invented
straight
that.
ballin'. Straight ballin'.
Ballin'.
Is what his button said.
Yeah, and that was, but it was very homophobic.
Okay, and moving.
It was
right
the
along.
time and place. Politics, man. They're weird.
Listen,
Come on.
even I know they'd rather
God
hear
damn it,
me
Kevin
than
Kelly.
you.
No.
For the record, I want to say that the homophobia joke did not get the Star Wars.
I was too late. I tried. I wanted an umbrella alert.
It was the return of Kevin Kelly that
got
did
it. Kevin Kelly got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see. I'm not wanted.
I will at least be consistent.
And then he turns around. He does the basilisk thing where it runs across a pond with his giant feet.
All right, Brian, you're up next.
Yes.
I would like you to tell me about Johnny Dickshot.
I see where this one's going.
Johnny Dickshot.
Johnny Dickshot.
Can you spell it?
JOHNNY space DICKSHOT. Johnny
Can
Dickshot.
you use it in a sentence?
Oh, I almost gave it away.
I would have loved it if it was like Johnny Dickshot, spelled JONIDIKK explode emoji. He's the world's first drag queen baseball player. She made it to the majors.
So, awesome. I just met Johnny Dickshot.
I'm gonna say he sounds like a politician.
Brian, your answer of politician is incorrect.
Wait.
Bryce, you have to say that Johnny Dickshot is or Johnny Dickshot was, and then play
okay, that's fine.
corresponding, because it's not whether Brian's right or wrong. It's who the person was.
Okay.
And then we go from there.
Well, I was
note,
about to
good
say,
note.
like,
Good
isn't
note.
that a generally positive organ sound? I guess the organ sounds represent trouble. Or no.
That's just to say he's a baseball player instead of a politician.
I'm glad we litigated that. Here we go. Johnny Dickshot. No, playing for the I don't even know who, but Johnny Dickshot. Hey, he's a baseball player.
Did you see his nickname?
Say what?
His nickname's Ugly.
Ugly. Oh, poor Johnny. He's not even that bad looking. Look at him. He's fine.
I mean, his first and last names refer to.
All right, hold on. All right, let's figure it out. Put him up. Take a screen grab and put that up on our Twitter, and just say, Johnny Dickshot, would you hit it?
Oh yeah, no, he's more attractive than I am.
Can Johnny Dickshot smash?
He's probably more attractive than all four of us on the
it's-
podcast right now. He's probably the most attractive person.
Jesus, I mean, let's not get wild.
in front of your wife, Brian.
I know. All right, let's.
Bonnie, am I wrong? All right, Bonnie, take a
Let's
look.
not
Take a
get
look
inappropriate,
at Dickie
Brian.
D.
Bonnie, would you fuck Johnny Dickshot?
Yeah, she would.
I already did.
Oh man, given that he died in 1997.
It was weird. I don't know.
Some
It was a
questions
strange
about
night.
I was 22.
It was the monster mash.
He was
There was a-
he was 87.
all
It
these
was the
monsters
first
were
time I
fucking,
fucked
and I
in
was
Gordon's
like, oh,
bathroom.
I like the idea that that's the circumstance Bonnie decides in which she would fuck Johnny Dickshot is only if all the other monsters were fucking when she
Yeah.
joined.
I'm like, well, you know how nicknames are. It's like some guy's really tall and they call him tiny.
Yeah.
So he's probably like really good looking and they call him ugly.
Yeah. We're gonna call you ugly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Like when that one neighbor called me rude. It's because I was so polite.
Oh, you were probably also.
No? Oh, no, never mind.
All right, Justin. I'd like you to tell me a little bit about Twinkle Kavanaugh.
Twinkle Kavanaugh. See, this is one of those where I think when we get into nicknames, there are certainly nicknames on both sides, but rarely do you get them as flamboyant as Twinkle in politics. So I'm going to say baseball player.
You said baseball player.
And I think he was a left-handed
Pitcher.
center fielder, and he played for 4 years in the majors.
All right. Justin Twinkle Kavanaugh is a politician.
Son of a bitch.
She is the president of the Alabama Public Service Commission, first elected in 2010.
I apologize to Twinkle, although I do think she can still stroke one to right field.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty.
Well,
Oh,
that's baseball. No, it's like a thing. You have a good, if you hit the ball well,
Sure.
you're
can
you're
ejaculate it
stroking a
off
home
into
run.
the far
Yeah,
field.
you
Sure.
jack a home run.
Yeah, hit the back walls. All right, Brian.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Tied up. We're
You
tied up.
started this.
The fucking horn, or else I'm doing a Kevin Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm doing it myself. All right, Brian. This is your third person. Tell me about Mysterious Walker.
No way. I oh my. Can you verify if Mysterious is this person's given first name or a nickname? Or would that be giving anything away?
I don't want to give
Okay,
that
I
information
feel like it's a baseball player. Like Mysterious Walker is somebody who's like always, it's hard to tell whether he's about to steal second or not. No, old Mysterious Walker. His last name's
Yeah.
real.
You never know whether he's gonna steal second or pay his taxes or show up to work. He's Mysterious Walker.
All right. Brian, Mysterious Walker
Please don't be a politician.
is.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That one's fucking easy. That one's fucking easy. I swear to God.
Why?
You assholes don't fucking realize that I've literally put 1 week's worth of unending social media hell on the line here. I thought that we were playing a fucking level playing field. I can't get Twinkle Toes and then have it be a politician and then get the very obvious fucking nickname and Kevin Kelly over here is fucking nailing these ones, stroking them out of the park.
Stroking him out of the park. That's what I do.
Are
It's
you-
me, Kevin Kelly?
Are you asking Brian to throw the game?
No, wait. Whoa.
Hold on. Corruption in my games is not tolerated.
Yeah. No.
Mysterious,
No.
Mysterious Walker played for such teams as the Brooklyn Tip Tops and the Pittsburgh Rebels.
The Brooklyn Tip Tops. The Pittsburgh Wawas and the Washington D.C. Jim Jams.
The Boston Dandies. All right, Justin.
The Minnesota Wheeze.
That's great. I love that.
He also played for the Kalamazoo Whoopsies.
They're just, what if the league at one point was just all onomatopoeias? The Connecticut whoosh.
The Columbus Clonks.
The Georgia Gollies.
The classic golly onomatopoeia.
I'm sorry, I was.
No, you're good.
I started with golly, and then I had to think of a thing that started with G. It was
Justin,
Yeah.
tell me about Steve Christmas. It's so mad. It's so fucking mad.
That is quite literally like if I'm writing a movie, I'm like it's a placeholder name. I don't know, Steve Christmas sounds like a character we'd make up on the show. Oh, hello, it's me, Steve Christmas.
All right, number one, Brian, I'm going to issue you a settle down because if you don't, you're going to have to apologize to me on Nextdoor. Number two, Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce. Steve Christmas is a politician and he worked his way up on a paper route.
Okay.
And first decided to be a politician because he saw a struggling old woman and said, "This woman has no feet, and feet are necessary for people. Why don't people have feet? I deserve feet. So do you. Christmas all year. Hooray!"
Vote Christmas. Vote Christmas is a very good tagline.
That
for your
is
campaign.
Vote Christmas.
Put the Christmas back in Christmas.
Exactly. Put the Christmas back in the state house.
Steve Christmas.
Steve Christmas. All right, Justin.
Steve Christmas, 100%.
Oh.
I'm locking it in. No way that this is wrong. Christmas is a politician. Cash it in.
All right, Justin. Steve Christmas is. Playing for the Chicago Cubs until 1986, Steve Randall Christmas.
You know, a lot of people don't know that after his sports career, he went on to direct, and he was actually an on-set producer for Baby's Day Out.
Oh, really?
Fun fact.
Huh.
Unrelated.
Fuck Steve Christmas. That's all I have to say. Fuck him and fuck his family.
Oh, Jesus.
Brian, we're moving back on to you. Tell
At
me.
this point, I'm feeling bad.
You're feeling bad because you're winning 2-1?
I'm feeling really bad.
Brian, tell me about Cannonball Titcomb.
I swear to God,
Justin is
I'm
so
just waiting
defeated.
for Jam Slug Jumper Joink. Like, Cannonball Titcomb?
Cannonball Titcomb.
Yeah, fuck it. Politician. Real politician.
What state was Cannonball a
Arizona.
politician for? For Arizona.
Yeah.
Let's see if history.
Actually,
agrees.
hold on, give me a moment.
Okay.
Yes.
No, fucking
Arizona.
Cannonball Take Home. I'm glad. God, Jesus. What a relief that you picked politician. There's no doubt in my mind. A Cannonball Titcomb was just a fire fastball down the middle power pitcher who slang that horsehide for
Horsehide.
yeah, the Baltimore Whipperbuggers from 1920 to 1922.
In fact, that's where the phrase cannonball came from. It was like, what a cannonball!
Exactly, and that was before they invented cannon. They named it after that, and then they said, hey, we need a war implement that's kind of like that dude from the Baltimore Whipperbuggers that throws the ball really fast. We want one of them, like a cannonball.
All right. Well,
Also, comb those hairy-ass tits.
can comb them, please. Well, Brian, Cannonball Titcomb is
Told you.
a pitcher who debuted with the Philadelphia Quakers.
Comb those hairy ass tits. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna need a moment.
Also, he was a pitcher, Justin. You got that right.
Did you see his picture? You would not have said comb those hairy ass
Actually, I disagree. Looking at that picture, he's looking at a woman with very hairy tits.
Oh, he's saying that.
And he's mid sentence about how unkempt they are.
Yeah.
My lady, it seems your chesticles are covered, besmirched as it were, by pubices of all directions. I suggest they get straight forthwith. Enjoy my chest wax
That's when
and
the
this
lady,
comb.
the lady's like, oh, Cannonball, would you like me to shave?
Like, no, I want them combed.
Oh, so they might go hither and non.
No, I mean, comb them straight. They don't call me Cannonball because I love cannons or balls. They call me Titcomb because I want you to comb your tits.
So straight, like a
Like a cannon shooting, if that helps. It's me,
oh,
Cannonball.
like the trajectory so outward, so it might arc forward.
Slightly parabolic, ending in a decapitation. That's how I like my chest hairs. Now, please comb your tits. It's me, Cannonball. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be with my friend Kevin Kelly. Oh, yes?
And now back to the hit radio program. Comb your tits, it's Cannonball. Brought to you by Texaco. Look for the Texaco star when you need a fill-up. Also, Philip Morris cigarettes. This will never seem bad.
Apparently,
Oh, my God. Hey. Sorry, go
no,
ahead.
apparently Liddell Titcomb was posthumously named Cannonball.
Wait, you could just do that?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm so glad to hear that because for years I've been calling him butt flossy Lincoln.
Yeah, well, butt flossy Lincoln. I don't know that one's
if that's the thing you could do is just posthumously name people.
Sure.
Old shit eater Washington, cum guzzling Jefferson, fucking eye liquor, King Jr.
good lord.
I literally bring a halt to this because I'm trying to sell a product to presidential libraries. So for the sake of my career, we're going to stop this bit.
Okay,
I
Justin.
would personally like to apologize to the Boston Museum for whom they're very interested in buying contenders.
Justin, it's your fourth round here. I'd like you to tell me a little bit about Young Boozer.
My favorite rapper. Young Boozer.
Young Boozer has the best ad-libs in his features.
His fucking hit debut single was, holy shit, man, so spinny. Got any Goldschlager? Young Boozer's other hit, You'll Have to Get Me In because I'm not 21.
21.
That was his sophomore release.
Too young.
Do you?
Too young to drink, too old to sit outside.
What's Jaeger?
Jaeger.
Young Boozer, Justin.
Young Boozer. I believe that Young Boozer is a old Southern politician. You know, one of them old good old boys that knew his way around a pole and he knew his way around the dole. And by that I mean a pineapple. Carving up an old pineapple like my grandmammy used to do.
Sure.
We used to
In
love
the
'em.
South.
We got pineapples down here in the country. The city folks don't know about them. They're called pineapples. I live in Hawaii.
Oh, that.
Whoa,
Very
whoa.
far south. Okay.
Wow. Also, a Young Boozer just released a retrospective album where he talked about the greatest hits. His number one track was "Remember Aftershock." No, nobody remembers Aftershock.
Not quite.
That was a
Yeah.
joke for me.
Yeah.
Young Boozer does. All right. Justin, coming in at
Big
69,
ID.
69 years young Jacob Boozer III is an American politician, the treasurer of Alabama.
Young Boozer, the treasure of Alabama.
That's right.
I would love to believe there's a heist movie that takes place in Alabama, and every time somebody says, "What's the mark?" and they're like, "Young Boozer," and they're like, "The treasure of Alabama."
Wait a minute. The treasure of Alabama.
What are we gonna steal? His innocence?
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you're saying that we could actually do, because he's got to be on video talking somewhere, we could do like a rap song and put in ad-libs from the real Young Boozer.
And we can make it a Young Boozer release.
Yeah, we could just do. Yeah, no, we could just do like Migos featuring Young Boozer, and it would like look like a regular rap track with the random Alabama treasure in it.
Is he currently alive? Some of these are old.
Yes, he is. He's 69 years old.
Yeah, 69
69
years young.
Very nice.
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 Nice. Because now we're picturing him having oral sex.
Well,
I'm sorry, just me?
we? Okay.
Oh, okay.
With me, Kevin Kelly.
Oh, get out of here now. Get out
You
of
won't
here.
believe how long this tongue goes. It was bit by a radioactive reptile.
Wait a minute, hold on. So what's the count here? Where are we at in the game?
We are
I
at,
got a lot of embarrassment on the line.
we are at an even 2-2.
Nice.
Both of you have 50% hit rates. 2-2 as we go into
Yeah.
our fifth round. For both
By the
of you.
way, we're batting 500.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank
no, you got that
I
right.
just wanted to
Yeah.
use a sports word
Sure. no-
properly.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're voting 500.
We're voting the party line. 50% independent.
yeah.
Batting the team line.
Great.
Moving on.
Moving on. Brian.
I like the idea of a baseball player getting up here like, well, I know I'm supposed to hit it out of the park, but I'm not for the platform of this pitcher, so I'm just gonna let him strike me out. Sure. Never mind.
All right, Brian, tell me a little bit about Ben Bushyhead.
Ben Bushyhead is a politician, if I've ever heard one. He is from Illinois. And my guess is I will bet separately $1.35 that he has either curly, kind of like a 1970s John Stossel. You know what? I'm going to bet he looks like John Stossel, either the mustache or the big bushy curly hair.
All right, the kind of a long answer. Brian, Ben Bushyhead is a recently elected commissioner in Swain County, North
Swain-
Carolina.
Look at that.
I'm not far off.
You nailed it, man. He looks exactly like Stossel.
The dark
the big
skin,
hair, the bushy teeth. I'm sorry, my producer Sarah Cates is telling me it's not John Stossel, it's Ben Bushyhead.
You got another producer?
Do you think they colorized the lips to match the? Do you think they just like did the little
drapes?
ink drop, like the ink drop from his glasses?
You said that, Brian, because I was racing to it. Hey, do you think the lips match the drapes?
Good God. All right. All right. Justin, this one's over to you. You can tie this game up. Though at this point, Justin, tell me about.
It's not like there's anything on the line, Justin. You got this.
You're good. You're good.
All right. There we go. I knew you're trying to make me laugh to make me forget about the fact that I'm going to be embarrassed for a fucking week. Look at me. I got a lot of shit going on right now. I just quit 2 shows. I'm going to walk into this being humiliated. All right, let's go.
Justin, tell me about
This one 100%. 100%. No way this one's wrong. I don't even know what he's going to say. I already know it's going to be right. That's confidence. Confidence. Go ahead.
Tell me about Rusty Kuntz.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Awesome. I just got to meet Rusty Kuntz.
Do you know Dean's brother, Rusty Kuntz? I believe that Rusty Kuntz, 150%, without a doubt, lead pipe, lock of the week. Rusty Kuntz is a politician from Rhode Island. He wears gigantic double-breasted suits that are comically large for him, and he runs around saying, "Hey, have you ever smelled a Rusty Kuntz? Ha ha, vote for me." And then he walks away. It's a weird thing, but it's worked for him. All politics is local.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to imagine a situation in which I would run up to somebody and say, "Hey, man, have you ever smelled a Brian Brushwood? I'm running for office."
I'll pass the sniff test. That's
There you
his whole
go.
thing.
I'll tell you what, maybe if fucking Beto got his fucking ass out there and started pounding the pavement like that, he'd be able to close that 5% gap. Modern political reference. If you listen to this show years after it happened, then look it up. It made sense then.
All right. Justin, Rusty Kuntz, coming in at a 63 years young, is a baseball player formerly of the Detroit Tigers. That's an incorrect answer.
Although, in your defense, his tagline, you'll see down at the bottom, it says his tagline is, "Have you ever smelled a Rusty Kuntz?"
All right.
That's what he said as he ran across home to every time.
All right.
Just write a big X.
He didn't like it.
Just write a big X on the
Look. Okay. I get it. How many more questions do we got?
We got where are we at? I have to do some math now.
Fucking answer me.
So, you got 2 more. You have 2 more each.
Yeah,
You get 2 more each.
you got time. Don't worry about it, buddy.
It's 3-2. You have
no
you have a chance.
pressure.
Oh, look at you.
No pressure.
Oh, look at Brian Brushwood. Initially, he's like, where am I ever going to get? It turns out, I don't know what's going on between the two of you. I don't know whether or not you're feeding answers to each other, blinking at each other to see which is what. All I know is
I run a tight ship.
I'm sit on the line right now, and I'm getting fucking played.
All right, Brian, we're gonna do this. All right, Brian, you're 6th
Hold
person.
on.
Oh,
I don't even want to hear his name
really?
because I know that this is a senator from Oregon.
So you're calling it blind?
Yes, this is a senator from Oregon. Hold on, the name is coming.
Swear to God.
The name is coming to me. The state senator from Oregon. The chair recognizes the Honorable Help me out here. It's
Okay, well, your answer of a politician for one pussy to bow is incorrect. A right fielder.
I fucking flew too close to the sun. Fucking Icarus looking motherfucker. God damn it.
You threw the game.
I didn't mean to. I was hoping I would have.
Too confident.
He played for
Look at old cocky Brian Brushwood walking around with his big cock flopping all over the place, tripping over it because his cock's too big. That's what I say. My opponent's cock is too big, and he trips over it on the daily. You can't trust him, and neither can the state of Tennessee.
All right.
Unfortunately, we're running in Wyoming.
Yeah, because the only 10 I see are the inches on that guy's cock.
There you go. All right. Justin, you can tie this up if you get this right. I'd like you to tell me
You're
a little.
darn right, because with 10 inches.
All right, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about Dick Sweat. Dick
All right.
Sweat.
Now, I've been playing a little coy. I've been playing a little fast and loose with my knowledge here.
Faster than the man who blind answered last round.
Maybe not. I mean, he kind of set an unreasonable expectation for confidence.
It would have been great, though. Would have been a great moment. It
No,
would have
it would
imagine
have.
the rage we would have seen from Justin. It would have been great.
All I know is this. Dick Sweat is a massive power hitter from the great state of South Carolina, who was raised from a very early age to just pound those balls out of the yard, get them out, never to be seen again, vaporizing these motherfuckers over the right field wall. Dick Sweat, baseball player, 100% bet the house.
All right. What's up, Brian?
Like, I'm almost certain that even I know he's in politics. I've seen. I mean, never mind. I'm sure whatever Justice.
Oh, he's in politics. Everybody knows that Dick Sweat's in politics.
Okay.
All right. Well, Dick Sweat.
Yeah, Brian, get ready for that organ. Get ready to hear that organ. Dick Sweat, the greatest home run hitter to ever live.
Coming in at a fresh 61 years young, Dick Sweat is a senator from New Hampshire. Member of the U.S. House of Representatives from New Hampshire's 2nd District from 1991 to 1995, Dick Sweat. Man, Justin. You buddy, you know you do a political show, right? This guy was like, this was.
You trying to play fucking games?
I think technically yes.
Doing some shit where you on the pooter fucking editing web zones.
Yeah, we're editing the.
What's going on here?
Listen, you have a chance to catch up.
Hold on.
All right, you have a chance to catch up. We're gonna do a double points round before we do our final.
Oh, thank goodness.
Our final.
Oh.
For double points, Brian, this one's going to you.
Yes.
I'd like you to tell me a little bit about salmon chase
Salmon chase.
or salmon chase.
I think it's
Probably
salmon.
salmon, huh?
Probably Sal.
Okay.
His name's Sal. Old Sal. He's a third baseman. Baseball all the way.
He's a third baseman. What team do you think old Sal is from?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Albuquerque Whoopsies.
Yeah. Oh,
It's the Cincinnati Sharks.
Sharks. It's the Trinity nuclear tests.
It's the Cincinnati Sharks. That'll leave a mark.
all right.
Cincinnati Skids.
That's good. That one's good. That's it. Brian, salmon chase is. Oh, Chief Justice of the United States
Oh, Jesus.
from 1864 to 1873.
Man, chasing that dragon of truth.
Of truth and justice and love
in
for
the,
all.
in the middle of the Gilded Age. He said, y'all are chasing that dollar. I'm chasing the wisdom. Also, I'll take those dollars. It's the Gilded Age.
That's how they talked. All right, Justin, we're gonna get through this real quick here. I want you to tell me a little bit about Boots Poffenberger.
Loved his movie.
Boots Poffenberger is a politician. He has run successfully for office for 27 years. His favorite phrase is, "These boots are made for sitting in office." You.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Player for the Tennessee Slide Whistles.
All right, Justin. For double points, Boots Poffenberger is. Ooh, from the Brooklyn Dodgers. Cletus L. Wood Poffenberger. Gentlemen,
Oh.
we're going into our final round here, and it's 3-2.
Oh.
We have one last name here.
All right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
2
No, no.
seconds.
Yeah,
Hold on.
no. I'm sorry. Just go
What?
ahead.
So what
Go
you're
ahead.
telling
Me
right
and
now-
Kevin Kelly just sitting here.
Fuck
Yeah, it's
you,
me,
fuck
Kevin.
Kelly, number one, okay?
Oh.
He's fucking fuck him and his lizard that bit him. And the lizard that he rode in on.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this.
I have no regrets.
Well, here's my
Is that a
regret.
take?
I regret ever joining this show that would come on and humiliate me when I have a game that's very favorable to my skill set. And then all of a sudden, whoa, gee, okay, sure, erase me from the screen. Is that what you want to do? Is that what happens? Is that what goes on? So you want to have me on? You want to know what? It's not even going to be a thing. There's this unfair, unconstitutional, no collusion witch hunt, which has put me in this position that I'm going to have a week's worth of embarrassment that literally every tweet I tweet for a week will have the people replying to me, "You're an embarrassment. Stop embarrassing yourself." That's not going to come to fruition. I'm going to win. This is all in the can.
Okay, well, you have one last chance to redeem
Can it?
Can it? You have one last chance to redeem yourself. This is our 10-point round. We've got one final name, Justin, because you're behind. You're gonna start first with the guest Brian. You're at Justin's whim here.
Okay.
You're automatically gonna take whatever he does not pick.
So in other words, quite literally, I'm not playing. just Justin is
Look,
playing.
my
It's-
man, I don't want you
fine.
to pick the same thing
That's
he
all
picks.
that needs to happen.
You know what?
I know
I'm
this
confident.
like the back of my hand.
I feel like I will choose of my own volition to obey these rules. Go ahead.
Okay, Justin, for 10 points, more points than we have given out previously in the rest of this game.
Fine. Over. Finado.
Dickie Thon.
Sorry, who?
Dickie Thon.
Can you spell it?
Sure. DickieThon. Dickie Thon.
Dickie Thon. Without a
I
doubt.
already have my freely chosen choice
Okay.
that I'm ready to go with.
Good
I
to
will
know.
reveal it after Justin goes
Perfect.
because I've already figured this out and I know the right answer.
You solved it immediately.
Right, but
But decorum says.
well, I mean, per the rules, I'm gonna let the expert, the guy who loves sports, the guy who has a politics podcast. I'm gonna let him go first, and then I will reveal what I already know to be the truth about Dickie Thon.
All right.
Dickie Thon
Dickie Thon.
is 100%. Yeah, actually, you want to know what? Hey, Brian. I'm going to offer this to you.
I mean, I couldn't. It wouldn't be proper. It wouldn't be proper. I just feel like if I said it, then you would say the same thing.
No. Oh, Big Brian Brushwood. Oh, with his big old britches. Britches so big they could build a Mississippi with them. That's what they say about you. You want to be the big man? You want to be the big old cock of the walk? You want to be the man with the 10-inch cock doing lasso tricks? Dick like a party sub?
Are you asking?
Is that you?
Are you asking if I want to be Dickie Thon?
You want to be Dickie Thon? Do you want to thon it up? You want to thon it down?
The celebrated catcher of the New York Mets? Yeah.
The Mets?
The Mets. Little known quadruple A league.
Quadruple? Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, Dickie Thon was a catcher for the New York Mets.
So wait a minute.
Wait, what happened to decorum? We had a whole thing.
Hey, wait a minute. You're telling me. You think Dickie Thon, the Dickie Thon,
Yeah, the Dickie Thon.
is a
A catcher.
is an old baseball player?
I mean, he was on a baseball team. He was probably
You
quite.
think old Dickie, the famous Dickie Thon, he wants to be in the baseball game. Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, he. Look. Oftentimes we all have passions outside of our natural skill set. You don't. Oh dear. I feel like I'm.
Run the tape. Run the tape. Dickie Thon. We'll go with Brian. I'll take the other one. It's fine.
So just to confirm, Brian, you're saying that Dickie Thon is a baseball player.
Well, I mean, I certainly thought so. That's what my gut said, but it sounds like.
I'm going to say he's a politician through and through. That man has run for office more time than Usain Bolt's run on a track. He's a man of the people. He knows every person's name.
All right. Well, gentlemen, for 10 points and the game, Dickie Thon is... Gotti.
Oh my God! With the spit take.
Shortstop for the Milwaukee Brewers, Dickie Thon.
Like me, you piece of shit! Oh my God, I'll never trust you sons of bitches again! You've embarrassed me for the last time! This will never stand! I'm challenging it! I'm taking it to the Supreme Court! This is bullshit! You're bullshit! Everybody here is bullshit! Fuck you!
Everybody remember...
This game, fuck this podcast! I'm gonna make it a hat trick and quit 3 of them in the same week!
What a surprise end to Night Attack, the previously successful comedy podcast that Justin Robert Young used to do.
All right, fuck you, whatever. I'm embarrassed. I've embarrassed myself for the next week. Whenever I tweet, you can tell me I'm an embarrassment. I'm a man of my word. I'll live up to it. But I swear to God, if I think I've been gaslit about Dickie Thon.
Turns out it goes all the way back to like 8th grade where you're like, yo, man, you watching Dickie Thon's speech tonight? You're like, oh, who's he? You're like, oh, he's a politician, a very famous politician.
Oh, fuck you. Who wrote this horse shit?
And more importantly, how can more people write horse shit quizzes for us?
Sure. One more time, thank you to Jason G, a.k.a. Husky Caucasian, for sending in this game. If you've got a game idea or a bit, send it in to mail@nightattack.tv. If we use your game like we used here for Jason, we're gonna send you a free sticker pack from stickersordIAF.com. Email it in, please. Don't tweet me.
Hey, Bryce.
Yes, sir.
In general, what's like the minimum number of questions for a game?
I feel like the minimum is 6. But I like when people send me more because I can edit it down and reorder stuff. But 6 to 10 is a very good starting point.
So there we go. 6 to 10 question games. Send them to mail@nightattack.tv. TV.
That's right.
If you send it literally anywhere else, it goes in the garbage and nobody ever sees it. It doesn't matter if you text Bryce personally
Don't do that.
and say, here's my game. He spits on his phone and then throws his phone on the ground and breaks his phone.
By the way, very expensive because he invoices me for a new phone repeatedly. There's so many Best Buy receipts just piled up in a corner.
I only go to Best Buy. I only pay full price for my brand new phones because I spit on them and ruin them.
So there we go. If you are just listening on podcasts and you want to send a game, we do it every second act of the show. 6 to 10 questions. Mail at nightattack.tv.
Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, where do you want to go next, Mr. Justin Rob Young?
Oh, well, how about we head on over to a little place we like to call Diamond Time. Diamond Time. Shout out your own project on this very show at diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. By the way, we mentioned last week that this Reddit should be more poppin', and holy shit has it been over the last week. Come on in, folks. The water's fine. There is awesome stuff happening literally every single day. But Diamond Time is right up there at the top, and we begin. Let me make sure that I'm sorted. Is Open Bayou right?
That's
is
right.
That number one?
It's Open Bayou.
Yeah. Dragon Con is in 2 weeks, and the schedule is out. Open Bayou writes. Here's the lineup for all the Diamond Club related shows, all times local and subject to change without notice. Geek I.O. show is Friday night at 11:30 at the Hilton Atlanta Galleria 6. PX3, that is my politics show, where Dickie Thune will be my guest. Sunday, 5:30 p.m. at Hilton Atlanta Gallery 6. And then the final night attack at Dragon Con. Last one, folks. This is it. Sunday night, 10 p.m. at the Marriott Atlanta A601 and 602. Guys, you're going to want to be there because we have a special guest that is not advertised. Nobody knows is coming, and you will never see coming because the expense and effort that has gone into making this happen is like, we don't plan, and we didn't plan this. This other person did it. But
let's pretend I've already forgotten who it was.
Or if some of us never knew in the first place.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
You guys have your own group chat.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But hey, it's fun surprise. DragonCon, dragoncon.org.
What is it? Boots McGillicuddy? What was one of the names?
Oh, sure. Boots Poffenberger.
There you go.
Yeah.
Open Bayou says you can buy single day or 3-day weekend badges at the Sheraton Atlanta. That is 165 Cortlandt Street Northeast. Or visit dragoncon.org for prices and line hours.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Murden97 writes, I have a family friend who's as close as family, whose youngest was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer a few weeks ago. Came out of nowhere, has turned their lives upside down. A GoFundMe has been set up to help them out. Anything the DC community can do would be greatly appreciated. That's GoFundMe.com/Taylor, TAYLOR -Marty. That's MARTI.
All lowercase.
Yes, all lowercase. I cannot imagine how heartbreaking and terrifying this situation is for this family.
Yeah.
JC Calhoun writes, I don't have anything to hype, but if there aren't enough said, okay. Wait, all right. He says tomfoolery.com. This is a podcast that he likes. Each episode has a weird, oddball, or racist book.
Tomfoolery. Like an ancient tome. TOME.
There we go.
Tomfoolery.
Recent episodes have covered books such as A New Look at Wife Swapping and Was Karl Marx a Satanist? And the autobiography of the dog from Frasier.
Whoa!
Go to Tomfoolery and take a listen. But I also want to make a comment on this other one that was close.
Yeah.
And that is Gambling Man, our longtime friend. Gambling Man says, at the beginning of 2018, my friends and I decided that it was time to start living our dreams. After listening to all the podcasts encouraging creative output, hanging with friends and discussing ideas and securing a shoot location, I was able to finally do what Brian Brushwood hasn't been able to do yet in 2018. And I think he means that literally just in 2018 specifically.
Yeah, motherfucker, we made one last year.
Other years. Make a television show. Joking aside, we made a public access comedy talk show called Night Access.
Oh, that's wonderful.
in my hometown of Novato, just south of Petaluma. It airs exclusively on televisions in my town.
Oh my God,
we
you're
have
on it. You're on it. That's you. And you're holding a hatchet.
All of our internet friends. This is a labor of love. Costs us $-, and we are not exactly professionals, but we hope we can get a chuckle out of you.
Wait, there's a contender in the background. What the fuck is all this?
2 episodes made so far, but we hope that there's more made in the future. Without further ado, here's something a little special for Diamond Club. Enjoy. So I drove up to Novato.
Wait.
Let him tell you.
Go ahead.
So I drove up to Novato. Gambling Man has been such a huge part of the Diamond Club community for so long, and has been such a huge help in our chats and moderating. And when he said, "Hey, I'm shooting a public access show that's like a kind of it's like almost like a Gary Shandling show, or a Larry Sanders show kind of idea. We need a lot of crazy guests." He asked if I would come up, and so I did. And so you can watch me as the socialist lumberjack on Night Access, available exclusively on Novato Public Access, but also on YouTube. So if you want to go to a clip there.
And this had a profound impact on sort of your lifestyle.
How many times have you watched a television show where you've seen somebody just cutting down a tree for an hour?
Not too often.
No. Everybody's got all these things to do, these conflicts, A plot, B plot. I wonder if Susie's gonna get the flowers.
Right.
That's not what life is.
Seems seems a little bit extreme.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad that we're getting this recorded. I'm
Right.
glad that we're getting this recorded because
yeah,
what you are saying right now is no. But I am saying yes. And the difference, the gulf between those two is freedom and slavery.
Oh, jeez.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Salt and pepper.
I suppose
What's
I
your
would.
morning routine?
All right, there we go. Night Access. Go watch it at YOLO420.com/Night Access teaser if you want to get a sense of it. If you just want to watch my interview, go to YOLO420.com/Lumberjack Swag, and hopefully we'll watch a little bit more of it in the after show.
Justin, did you please tell me you didn't say salt and pepper? You said salt and pepper.
I did. I don't think I said salt and pepper. It was a very fun thing to shoot because they are all very good friends, and it was very fun. Just me and the whole crew and Gambling Man to kind of like work into their rhythm.
Right.
So a lot of it was me. I kept being like, all right, well, how weird do you want me to be? Because it was all improv. So it's like, how weird do you want me to go with it? And they're like, no. I mean, we've all seen your stuff, and obviously Gambling Man knows who you are. So just go. And I'm like, all right. So I'm just going to get as weird and aggressive as possible. And they're like, sure. No, that's part of it. And so it was a blast. It was a blast to shoot.
That is fantastic. All right, let's take a moment to do the worst minute of the show.
Welcome to your Mood Drive
I'm not
Minute
bitter.
presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of August 20th, 2018. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. As we enter the twilight weeks of coverage for the summer 2018 movie draft, not a whole lot really has changed. Go figure. So without further ado, let's read those numbers. Team Core Killers is in 6th place with $454.3 million. Team Chips Bitch is in 5th place with $176.9 million. Team Tell It Anyways in 4th place with Crazy Rich Asians bringing $38.9 million, bringing a total to $608.1 million. Team Nitec is in 3rd place, $735.4 million. Team DTNS is in 2nd place, $769.1 million. And in 1st place with $1.06 billion, it's Team John Trekker. And that is your Move Drive Minute for the week of August 20th, 2018.
Yeah. Congrats to X Modem. You're still the champion of the chat realm, standing out all by yourself. I'm pretty sure everything else was secretly rigged. I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions, but I mean, it seems like in all the previous years, Night Attack has been like, the best.
I mean,
suddenly
I
it's
just
not the
wanna
best.
say-
You're just gonna tell me that's normal?
John Trekker wins the draft, and John releases a new card game, and Brett has a baby in the same week.
Yeah.
Kind of stretches credulity.
I mean, it does seem like a bit much for me to believe that all of these just happened. That
They
these just
all
happen to be
happened
that
to happen
great
in the
at life.
same week. Like,
And plus, also like there's winning, and then there's winning by 30% more than literally any other team. I mean,
yeah, there's winning, and then there's doing what we thought was never going to happen again, which is a movie draft team makes $1 billion because of declining grosses throughout movie going in general.
I mean, it just seems like a lot. I can't remember any of the names of the baseball players or politicians.
Seems like a real Joe Akaka.
Joe Akaka.
That was the politician.
Congratulations to Team John Trekker. Not only did you guys win, but you won fair and square, and you won by a lot. You guys made really, really good bets, and somehow Team Chips Bitch, somehow our friend C. Robert Cargill
Bought the
managed
most
to buy
movies.
like 1 billion scratch-off lottery tickets, and all of them said win another ticket. Like, that's the best he did.
Yeah. Wow. No, he really ate a pile of butt. And Cord Killers did worse, ironically. So look at that. People are worse. You want to know what I'm feeling better about this draft now that we're talking to people that are doing worse than us?
I mean, third's not bad. Third's better than half.
Holy cow, Solo only made $213 million domestic.
That's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
That should
Right?
get people fired.
Especially because I think the more I think about it, and I'll have to watch it again, I think Solo might be my favorite Star Wars movie since Empire. Like, I loved that it just said, yeah, it's fucking silly. Star Wars is a silly universe, and everything in it is silly. And get ready for some silly shit. And it was, and it delivered, and it was silly. It was great.
I guess I could have stood for it to be sillier, to be honest.
Right? That's a thought I never thought I would have about the Star Wars universe again, right?
No, I mean Solo. I think Solo, that was my problem with Solo, is it was too serious.
But no. It's the silliest since the prequels, where the prequels just bad at being silly.
Jetster.
Dexter Jester, yeah, all right, yeah.
Anyway, no, I think it's a bad movie, and it made not a lot of money because of it.
Okay.
But that's one man's opinion. You have another man's opinion. This is our new podcast called Two Men's Opinions.
Yeah. Also
known as every other podcast on the planet.
Yeah, but our format.
Two men's opinion, just what the world needed.
Our format is we always start with a girl who mysteriously vanishes halfway through, so the men can give their opinion.
Finally, clear away, Missy. Let the pros handle it.
Speaking of podcasts.
Yeah, dude. Allie Gertz is bringing her podcast to Austin, Texas, and I get to be on it. I have to figure out which Simpsons episode we're going to talk about. I was hoping we could talk about the Tamaco episode, but it turns out already taken. That's the one that begins with the Zorro and then goes into the glove slap, and then eventually, he becomes a radioactive farmer, and then at some point a goat says the words Tamaco. That's the one I don't get to do. So I have to figure out which episode of Simpsons we get to do.
Go ahead and why don't you hit up Brian on Twitter with Simpsons episodes that he might want to do.
Yeah, that's at Schwood. There is no C in Schwood. And most importantly, I have nothing to be embarrassed about. Certainly not yelling at one of my neighbors then apologizing about it publicly. It's not like I did something like lose a comedy game on a comedy podcast once. That's something to truly be embarrassed about.
Hey, motherfucker, I swear to God, if any of you, I know that I promised that this was I see any one of you motherfuckers tweeting me that I'm an embarrassment throughout.
To be clear, you'll be upset if they tweet you at Justin R. Young.
Yeah. If you are tweeting me that I am an embarrassment from now until when the show starts next week, boy, howdy, let me let you know that I will be steamed like rice
Steamed
at
like
all of you. What the fuck, Bryce? You're not doing it right now. Right now. How does it feel to be an embarrassment, spelled incorrectly but spell checked correct? You son of a bitch! I swear to God, don't check my spelling.
I swear to God. If somebody has prepared just in time for me to show up on Talking About the Simpsons, a clip of steamed hams, only it's just Robert Young failing at a comedy quiz involving baseball and politicians. Yeah, boy, howdy, would that be a real hashtag embarrassment for Justin?
I swear, if you guys pepper me with this and respond to every tweet I make from now until next week, it's going to be a real dust-up between me and Yins.
What did we learn today, Justin?
Well, we learned that you should keep your dog on a leash.
or else he'll get some harsh words and some uncomfortable fucking hashtag embarrassment. We learned that I know more about sports and politics than Justin Robert Young.
We for real learned where you first had sex with your wife.
I learned that when I have a impulse to correct you about something like that, I wish my wife was in the room. We also learned that we love you guys with all of our hearts, and that you guys can hashtag hams for Jay. We learned that that we love you, and that we'll see you next Tuesday. Bit Boss.
Oh, Bit Boss. Big shout out to Blue Front, who is our Bit Boss for this week. Thank you, Blue Front.
Love you guys. Night
attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.